Yes, we know that.
Alright, we are back for our second part of our second episode of the worst case scenario, in which Mark is currently in the lead right now, and he also has the turn.
Alright, let's roll the dice.
You roll a 3. How to determine if you are a high-risk kidnap candidate. Oh boy. A. You are a U.S. citizen backpacking. B. You are a U.S. tourist. C. You are a U.S. businessman working for a Fortune 500 company.
Oh boy, this one's a tough one.
It's not easy.
Oh boy, I don't know, maybe B?
You are a U.S. tourist? It makes sense, but it's C. You are a businessman working for a Fortune 500 company. Alright?
Oh.
Alex, Hool, your turn.
Okay, let's get something good than a 1 this time. Roll.
Well, you got something good other than a 1. It's a 5.
Alright.
How to recognize gallstones. A. Symptoms include a sharp pain running from the groin area up the back, accompanied by yellowing of the skin. B. Symptoms include sudden attacks of intense abdominal pain in the upper right quadrant, accompanied by fever and nausea. C. Symptoms include a growing ache in the lower abdomen, accompanied by distension of the stomach and painful urination.
I will go with A.
And it's wrong. It's B. Symptoms include sudden attacks of intense abdominal pain in the upper right quadrant, accompanied by fever and nausea. Gary, let's go to you. Yeah, this is not easy, Mark. It's not easy. Gary.
Let the dice go.
Let the dice go, he says. It's a 5.
Alright.
How to prepare for a plane crash over water. A. Loosen your shirt and be ready for 2 jolts. 1 when the plane hits the water, and 1 when the nose hits the water. B. Keep 1 hand on your seatbelt. You'll want to be ready when the plane hits, since you've got very little time to evacuate the aircraft. C. Turn your head away from the windows to avoid broken glass, which is common when crash landing in water.
I'm gonna say B.
Makes sense, but it's A. Loosen your shirt and be ready for 2 jolts. 1 when the plane hits the water, and 1 when the nose hits the water. Mark.
Yeah, let's go. Let's roll.
It's a 5.
Okay.
How to treat a severed limb. L-I-M-B.
Okay.
A. Tie off the ends of all major blood vessels. B. Immediately cover the open wound with sterile dressing and apply heat to it. C. Immediately ice the open wound to prevent irreversible damage.
What was A again?
Tie off the ends of all major blood vessels.
I'll say A.
It's a good thing you asked me to repeat it because A is the correct answer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, Alex, let's see if we can get you on the board. Hool, that is. Alex Hool, do you copy?
I'm here.
Okay, it's your turn.
Okay, roll.
It's a 4.
Alright.
How to assist someone who has fainted. A. Use ammonia or smelling salts to wake the victim. If those aren't available, clap loudly. B. Lightly slap the victim's face as you talk to him, her back to consciousness. C. Elevate the victim's legs and wait for him or her to wake up.
I'll say C.
And you're on the board. It's correct.
Alright.
You elevate the victim's legs and wait for him or her to wake up. And I know Gary said BRB, but did he come back?
No, I don't think he came back yet.
We'll give him a couple more seconds. If he doesn't come back, then Panter, you'll take his turn.
Alright.
As Mark said, these questions are not easy.
Yeah, I know.
Although, that's the... Oh dear. I hope I'm not getting a cold.
I hope not either. Gary, have you come back yet, sir? He has not come back. Okay, Panter, go ahead and take his turn.
I'm on. Get set. Whoa.
It's a 5. This will get you one step ahead of Alex if you answer correctly. How to release trapped air from the chest cavity. A. Insert a hollow, pointy object no wider than a pencil into the chest above the third rib. B. Punch a hole below the first rib with a pointy object. Allow the air to flow from the chest, then cover the hole with damp, sterile gauze. C. Thrust the sharp object into the throat, then insert a straw so that the air will flow freely in and out of the lungs.
And all we reported to my answer. Mark says how many spaces does it say to receive the report?
You're 30 spaces away.
Okay.
Okay. And I would say B.
The correct answer is A. You insert a hollow, pointy object, no wider than a pencil, into the chest above the third rib. Okay. Mark.
1, 2, 3, go.
Well, it's a 2. Well, let's see if you get this one. How to travel long distances downhill on foot. A. Shift your weight from side to side, leaning on the leading foot as you walk. B. Lean slightly backwards and take long strides. C. Keeping your knees bent, take short steps.
B.
It's C. Keeping your knees bent, take short steps. Alex, Hool.
1, 2, 3, go.
Roll a 5. You're gonna love this one. How to deal with a charging bull.
Oh.
A. Remove your shirt or jacket, throw it away from you, and run in the opposite direction. B. Keeping your eye on the bull, run as quickly as you can, cutting sharply to the right or left. C. Drop to the ground and lie still.
Well, I don't think it's C, because if you lie on the ground, he might stomp you, but I'm gonna go with B.
Well, if you went with C, you would have ended up either in the hospital or not alive.
Right.
But B is wrong too. It's A. Remove your shirt or jacket, throw it away from you, and run in the opposite direction. Do we have Gary back with us?
I still don't hear him.
I'm not hearing him, so Panter.
3, 2, 1. Whoa!
Rolled a 3.
Okay.
How to recognize a victim...
I'm back.
Oh, Gary's back, so we're going to give this question to Gary.
Sorry it took me. I had to take care of something for my mother.
That's fine. Gary, we want to know how to recognize a victim struck by lightning.
A what?
How to recognize a victim struck by lightning.
Okay. What's up?
A. The person suffers from muscle aches, body tingling, and amnesia. B. The person suffers from temporary blindness and sweats profusely. C. The person suffers from a severe headache and is irrationally anxious.
I'm gonna say A.
That is correct!
Good.
Okay, you're on the board now. You're one space behind Hool, but Mark has a big lead right now. So, Mark, it's your turn.
Alright. Let's
It's a 3. How to react when a car is about to rear-end you. Alright. A. Resist the urge to turn around. Lean your head back against the seat. B. Put your hands on the steering wheel with your arms outstretched and close your eyes and mouth. C. Lean as far to the right over the passenger seat as possible.
A.
Correct. 3 spaces. That is the correct answer. And let's go to Alex Hool.
Okay, and we are going to roll right now.
It's a 2. How to avoid confronting most large animals. A. Make sure the animal sees you, but do not threaten it. Slowly walk toward the animal to demonstrate you are not afraid. B. Animals can smell fear, so do not soil yourself. C. Freeze, then slowly back away from the animal while talking in a calm voice.
Well, C is the only one that makes sense to me, so I'll go with C.
As hilarious as answer B is, you gave me the correct answer.
Alright.
So you go ahead 2 spaces. Gary, you rolled a 3, Gary, so if you get this right, you're going to be tied with Alex. And you're going to love this one. How to wrestle an alligator.
What's the question?
How to wrestle an alligator. A. Hug the alligator as tightly as you can so it can't breathe until it passes out. B. Get on the alligator's back and press downward on its neck while covering its eyes. C. Wrestle the alligator as you would a person. Grab it from behind and pin its hind legs behind its back.
I would say B.
You are tied with Alex. That's correct. Okay, so we have a tie game right now between Alex and Gary, but Mark still has the lead and he has the turn.
1, 2, 3. Roll those dice.
And it's a 4.
Okay.
How to stop chronic hiccups. A. Hold your breath for periods of 1 to 2 minutes. B. Immerse your face in ice water, swallowing a series of sips without interruption, then hyperventilate for a few moments. C. Rapidly drink a can of carbonated beverage, then lightly perform the Heimlich maneuver on yourself.
Oh, I kind of like what they have for answer C, but I want to answer A.
C is a hilarious answer, but A is also wrong. It's B. You immerse your face in ice water, swallowing a series of sips without interruption, then hyperventilate for a few minutes. Alex.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, now.
And you rolled a 5. We want to know how to interpret a circular traffic sign. A. This sign gives tourist information. B. This sign gives an order that must be obeyed. C. This sign gives advance warning of something ahead.
I will say C.
The correct answer is B. This sign gives an order that must be obeyed. Gary,
Yeah?
you're up.
Roll it. Go ahead.
It's a 3.
Okay, I spun the dice. Okay, is
Oh.
there a T? No, wrong show, wrong show. Wrong show. No, wrong show.
That's alright. You're gonna love this one. How to escape from a mountain lion. A. Crouch down and stay very still. B. Stand still, holding your coat open. C. Start hissing and spitting at the lion until it retreats.
Wait, can you please repeat? I can't hear you.
A. Crouch down and stay very still. B. Stand still, holding your coat open. C. Start hissing and spitting at the lion until it retreats.
A.
The correct answer is B. Stand still, holding your coat
What?
open.
What?
That's what it says here on the card.
Man.
Mark,
Alright, roll.
you rolled a 5. How to defrost a frozen car lock. A. Light a match and use it to heat your key. The heated key should defrost the lock. B. Place your mouth over the lock and breathe into it to melt the ice. C. Throw hot water into the lock, then quickly insert the key.
I'll say A.
And I'll say you're going to move ahead 5 spaces.
Alright.
That is the correct response. Alex Hool, you are up to bat.
Okay. Now.
It's a 3. How to make holes for ice fishing. A. Use an ice auger to drill a hole no more than 12 inches in diameter. B. Use a hammer and ice pick to make a hole no more than 20 inches in diameter. C. Use an ice spike and torch to make a hole 4 inches in diameter.
I'm gonna say B.
It's A. Use an ice auger to drill a hole no more than 12 inches in diameter. Gary,
Yeah.
your turn.
Alright. I'll spin the dice.
And you'll roll a 4. And I think,
Wrong show again. I said there's an R.
well, this is the wrong show, but you're going to love this scenario, and I think you might get this. How to keep your computer secure. I hope you get this. A. Use the internet only between the hours of 3 a.m. and 6 a.m. Eastern Time. B. Install 2 layers of encryption software on your computer, one state-of-the-art and one that is outdated. C. Get a separate phone line for your computer and place a tap on that line.
C.
Oh, I thought you'd get this one. It's B. It was actually B. Install 2 layers of encryption software on your computer. One state-of-the-art, one outdated. Mark.
Okay, let's spin the dice.
And you spun a 5.
That is easy.
Here's your question. How to tail a thief.
How to fail a what?
A thief. A thief, someone who steals something.
Oh.
We want to know how to...
Like how to catch a thief?
Yeah. Here are your choices. A. Walk beside the thief. When on the run, thieves rarely notice a person in this position. Thieves watch for people behind them. B. Never let more than 15 feet come between you and the thief. Any greater distance will make it easy for the thief to lose you. C. Quickly alter your appearance and follow the thief from a distance.
Is it C?
Correct! You're gonna move ahead 5 spaces. Alex.
Okay. I'm gonna roll the eggs now. I roll the dice.
We don't have any eggs here. But if you get this question right, you're gonna move ahead 6 spaces. And we want to know... We want to know how to protect your home during a tornado. But you're gonna get your answers when we come back.